103.1
Central FM.
And a man who's with us right here in the Forth Valley. Tomorrow night at Stirling, the Kilted Kangaroo, their monthly comedy night with a headliner who's going to really take that stage by storm tomorrow night. Stuart Mitchell joins us on the show. Great comedian to have with us, Stuart. I'm going to I try and, when I'm interviewing comedians on the show, I try and keep my humour to a minimum, because we can never, as radio presenters, do better than you at the comedy stuff. So I'll let you take the floor.
Yeah, of course. Well, thanks for having me. It's good to. It's nice to be invited on. Really looking forward to tomorrow night. I used to go to uni at Stirling, so it's nice to be back. So I'll be coming up from London tomorrow to do the gig. So I'm really looking forward to it.
What course were you doing?
I was doing economics. I did do my degree in economics, so you can imagine my parents' delight when I decided to become a comedian after they invested a lot of money in me for 4 years. 5 years, actually. I did a year out, so there you go. But no, I enjoy it. I love it, and particularly this. It's always nice to go back to the Kilted Kangaroo, because it's just a great room for comedy. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. You're
obviously headlining some other great stuff on. Ray's doing the stuff on MC. He's always a good laugh too. Knitting everything together. If you've not seen Ray Bradshaw, it's always nice to have someone who's just got a little bit of comedy but doesn't want to steal the limelight from you guys that are actually topping the bill.
That's right. Well, I mean, Ray's great as well. He travels all over the UK, like myself, so he's very well experienced and he's a very natural MC. So it's going to be a great night. It's a great bill, and it's always good to be on with people that you know personally as well, so that makes it a wee bit more special. Just on that,
you're talking about having that relationship. I would imagine it being quite a close-knit community, especially in Scotland, the comedy circuit. You guys know each other pretty well.
Yeah, I know. It's like everyone forgets Scotland is quite a small country, and we're well networked, and then all the comedians sort of know each other and they've maybe started off together, and it's always nice when you move up from sort of an open spot. You don't get paid for maybe 2 to 3 years doing spots, and then you move up to opening, and then middle spot, and you maybe MC, and then you've got the privileged position to headline. So it's always nice to be on that journey with one of your mates, and then on the stage when you're all sort of at the top of your game.
What's on the agenda? Who are you going to be slagging?
Well, it's all about family life, really. It's all about myself. I actually had a lot of comedy comes from tragedy, and I was brought up in Linlithgow, and I had an accident where I lost the tips of my fingers in Linlithgow and got rushed to Edinburgh, sick kids, and I talk all about that, and I talk about my fiancé who's in the singing kettle and how that sort of came about and all that sort of stuff. So it really is just about all family and about me, and it's a bit of gags in there, and yeah, it's very clean as well. I'm not one of these sweary comedians, so it's just all about my life really, and all the funny stories that happen to us.
Kilted Kangaroo, then just tell us a wee bit more. You'll know the venue very well, especially as a student of Stirling back in the day too. You must be looking forward to get back in and about the town centre tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you probably know, they run a comedy gig here the first Friday every month, and it's just a great room for comedy. I mean, you play all these big venues, but it's an intimate venue. They're really fun nights, and it's quite easy to get tickets. I mean, you can go online or you can get them at the bar, but I would say it's not just because I'm on, but the tickets are selling really fast. So if you do want a ticket, just make sure you get on the Kilted Kangaroo website or pop in and get some tickets at the bar.
And absolutely, as an economist yourself, you will know this, it's a little bit cheaper to get them in advance, which is always a good tip.
Definitely. It's always a good tip. Is that you making a joke of my missing fingers?
Absolutely not, but you've turned it in, and I'll let you do the jokes.
There you go. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a good night in the Central Belt. I mean, there's not really many other comedy nights in the Central Belt that are well set up and professional acts, and no, I'm really looking forward to playing a home crowd.
Looking forward to tomorrow. It's Stuart, thank you very much for coming on to the show, and we're going to give away a couple of pairs of tickets just shortly, but in the meantime, thank you for joining us on the home run. Stuart Mitchell, thank you.
No worries. I hope everyone has a great Christmas.